Guys, you're now watching the Brooklyn Nets fan show. You're with your host Woods. This is my boy Jay, and today we're going to be discussing KD's legacy on the line and what the Nets need to do to secure a W for Game Five.
First off, we all know the position that the Brooklyn Nets are in right now is 2-2. I don't think most people didn't really expect for it to go this way, and it's looking a little scary right now. Kyrie's out now. James Harden is, I believe he is gonna play, but he's gonna be on minute restrictions. But it's looking really rough. And KD, during the last game, during the stretch when Kyrie was in the game, it didn't look too good. I think that this is a huge test of his legacy and who he is as a player. I think for a long time, people have been trying to write him off as the best player in the league. And I think this series is going to test that. It's going to test everything that everybody said, you know what I'm saying? Because he's supposed to be as great as, this great, amazing player that everyone said that he's supposed to be, which he is. He is a great player. But best believe if he doesn't find a way to win this series, it's going to look really bad on his part. And honestly, because I never been a firm believer that he was the best player in the league. I've always believed that LeBron was. But I believe that if he doesn't find a way to get this series off, to win this series, that should be out of the conversation. It should be out of the conversation. So I understand. Kyrie's out, James Harden's hurt. I get it, but you're playing against a Bucks team that only really has one great player. And I feel like if you're KD and you have the resume that you have, I feel like you got to find a way to pull this off. You have to find a way to pull this off. You got people have bashed LeBron for losing in the first round this year to a Suns team. I just feel like KD should be getting that same sort of energy, those same sort of vibes. And I just don't feel like he necessarily getting that right now. But in order for them to win, KD is gonna have to pull a LeBron performances. Sorry, he's gonna have to put up 35 to 40. He's gonna have to get 9-10 rebounds. He's gonna have to get 7 to 10 assists, 7 to 12 assists if he wants a shot to win this series. If he does not do that, they are not going to win. Period. That's the only way that they're gonna win. James Harden's on minutes restrictions, and it's safe to say that he probably is still hurt. And he's probably going to force his way back into the situation. Probably hurt himself even more. But regardless of that, you got to find a way to get it. Period.
I agree to a certain extent. I'm gonna be honest. So the difference here, I think, between KD especially and LeBron's is LeBron was forced to carry throughout the entirety of the playoffs. We are more than halfway throughout this series, and essentially what we're asking KD to do. And his legacy's on the line, but I don't think it's do or die for him, right? Because essentially this is two games. This is two games without two of his best guys, right? And against a very stacked Giannis Bucks team. You got Drew, you got Middleton who's coming alive. You got Brooke Lopez, who's coming alive. You got PJ Tucker, who's just a pest. They're a very talented team, man. They got some guys. But the reality is, I think KD, he's going to have to be extremely aggressive. And he is going to, for these next two games, he's going to have 12 to 11 rebounds, about 8 or 9 assists. And we're looking at potential. We're going to need a 40 ball. We're going to need a 30-40 ball because right now he's left out there with Joe Harris as his official number 2, Mike James, and a real fidgety Blake, right? And a 10% hard, like you just said. So I think it is. Look, I think it's do or die for him, but I don't think his legacy's at the biggest. Look, Curry didn't get it. Curry didn't make the playoffs, let alone with his number 2. You see what happened with LeBron and those guys. Without AD, we crumbled. That's his number 2. And you just name it. It just goes down the line. Without Joker out there, without his number 2, crumbled. You understand? Like, so there's a lot of guys without their number 2 where I don't think if he does lose, he just drops out of I don't think if he loses, no one's saying KD is still one of the best players in the league. More story. For his legacy and to enhance it and to really put himself in those conversations, I think this is a great opportunity for him. And I think in order to elevate to the next level, the Nets need to do this. Because this will bring a spark back. They win tonight. I think they lose on the road. I'm not going to lie. If they win tonight, I think they lose on the road in Milwaukee. And if he could get it back to a Game 7 in Brooklyn, boy, oh boy, we got a game. You know what I'm saying? So
Most definitely. Definitely. I think it's very important that he pulls this off tonight, because I don't see them winning at Milwaukee. So I think it's in his best interest to pull whatever cards he has in his pockets, in his hands, and find a way to pull this off. Like you said, you know, they do have. I'm not going to discredit the Giannis's supporting cast. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, you know, Chris Middleton he's never really been consistent in the playoffs. No. Drew Holiday, he's been kind of iffy. You know what I mean? So that's why I say what I say. You know what I mean? I just feel like KD, although he doesn't have a great supporting cast right now, I feel like their performances tonight and going forward the rest of the series will go based off how KD comes out and how he's going about. Are you trying to get people involved like Joe Harris? Are you encouraging people like Joe Harris and Blake Griffin to play up to their full capabilities? You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that is what's gonna win in the series.
Yep. No, man. Listen, I agree. I agree entirely. I think, in order to win, well, I'll say this: I think Game 5 is a must-win for us. If we lose here, it's a wrap. I don't think we could win in Milwaukee. We don't get calls out there. PJ Tucker is a pain in everyone's ass. PJ Tucker is literally a hack, a walking hack. But, you know, in Milwaukee, they let him rock. You know, so it is what it is. So I do think this is a must-win. And in order for us to win, Joe Harris can't lay a goose egg. He can't shoot 1 for 11 again. You know what I mean? He's been so-so in this series. And at home, great Joe Harris. On the road, I don't know where you've been. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he's gonna need a few guys to step up. If Harden in his minute restriction, if Harden could get me 15 to 20, you know, maybe 9 assists, we're good. I think that'll be good enough to sustain a lead enough, or at least be substantial enough where KD could build off it. And if he gets a 30 ball plus with 11, 12 rebounds, I think it'll, you know, he's going to need another scorer to at least put up 20. That's the reality. He's going to need Blake Griffin can't get into foul trouble. Claxton, you know, we need a lot to go right tonight. Do I think we could do it? Yes. But KD's going to need to be electric, bro. KD's going to need to be what we know him. Easy money sniper. It's time for our LinkedIn Business Fan Special. If you follow the Brooklyn Nets page on LinkedIn, you know, you see our fan shows in your feeds. Net fans provide any comments or questions, and for, you know, any show you want to let us know and be on, we're more than welcome, man. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
To host a fan show or appear as a fan on a fan show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.